this woman, pointed a shotgun at, Amazon delivery driver for no reason. I don't know. She, pointed the gun at him and she called the cops, but she was struggling to, lift the shotgun up. I don't know. I'm telling you. That's who. And dude was scared. He wasn't scared of the gun. He was scared that he was gonna get arrested. Cause even though she had a shotgun, the cops still took her side. I don't know. And she said that he was escaping because it's like she kidnapped his ass or whatever went on. I don't know. It was crazy. And she said that to the cops right after she called them or whatever. I'm like, God damn. It's crazy. That's crazy as hell. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so this other lady, she when to mess with this truck and this when there was construction going on or whatever, because she was gonna get a phone call at 2 o'clock or whatever whatnot, and she tried to always get away or some shit. You know what I'm saying? For real though. But she fucked up when she went up in the truck and she turned the truck off or whatever whatnot, and the worker tried to get her ass about the truck, you know what I'm saying, because he couldn't do that shit or whatever whatnot, and she said he hit her or whatever whatnot, but I don't know about that gang, real though. Anyway, so he took her out the truck, right? Get her ass right out there, a damn rat down, get your ass on her, you know what I'm saying? And she, pushed him. And then she, decided to call the police. And the thing is, that, shit backfired on her ass. For real, though. I'm telling you. Because her ass, violated a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? She, she didn't even went in that truck like that. For real, though. She didn't even be messing with the construction worker like that. Or whatever whatnot. For real though. So one of the other cops, went to go get the construction workers, you know what I'm saying, side of the story. He told this side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because she was bugging. She was bugging for real. Anyway, this was up in Florida or whatever whatnot. And I'm glad that you know what I'm saying, they didn't ask me try to choose to mess with the brother or nothing like that. For real though. Because she was out of pocket. For real though. Anyway, now this cop shot this 17-year-old boy, and because he said he thought he had a gun or whatever. This motherfucker was camping for real. He just wanted to shoot this boy. He shot this boy upside the head for no goddamn reason. For real though. Because I don't know, I think he just wanted to shoot him. For real though. That's a cold word right there, because that's what they use so they can shoot people. They be like, gun! And next thing you know, for real though. Just blick them motherfuckers, blick people down and shit. Next thing you know, they say stop resisting. That mean they gonna whoop your ass. For real though. Shoot, it's not that hard to catch on to or whatever whatnot. For real though. I'm telling you, I'm serious about that game. For real though. Anyway, this was this lady at the store, and I think she didn't like the stuff that she got from the store or whatever. She drove to the motherfucking store when she was drunk. For real though. She didn't even know how to park her car or nothing like that, because she was intoxicated. For real though. Anyway, so they she had a big ass argument with the staff up in the store or whatever whatnot. But some items that she got from the store, then she tried to return them or whatever whatnot. Not saying for real though. I said, I mean, it was crazy. She didn't even want to leave. For real though. So they called the police. The police told her to go to get the fuck out the off the property or whatever, or she go get arrested for trespassing or whatever. For real though. And the lady didn't want to fucking listen. You know what I'm saying? She up there like talking all this bullshit and all that. End up dancing for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying? Randall. It was crazy. It was crazy, gang. Anyway, so yeah, they she was up there trying to drive her motherfucking car. She gave the car keys to the cop. You know what I'm saying? Because they said she couldn't drive her car. She tried to get and she got up in the car. And then she tried to close the door. But she couldn't even start the car because she gave her car keys away. And they yelled at her like, ma'am, you can't start the car. But why the fuck they saying that she can't start the car? She can't start the car anyway because she get the keys away. For real though, that's some crazy shit. For real though. But anyway, yeah, they obviously thought she was going to drive away. But how the fuck she was going to drive away when she gave the keys away? I'm telling you, game, that's some crazy shit. She was like, she gave the cop the keys, but she gave him the old keys or whatever. But when I don't know what she mean, what she said, that shit. For real though. Anyway, yeah, they took her ass in and all that shit. That's saying I'm just saying like, damn, she could have just left. I'm saying she could have just escalated the problem. I'm saying, yeah, escalated this shit. Know what I mean? Anyway, so now it was this shorty at Wendy's, right? And she was up there saying they wouldn't give her food when she paid for it and all that. No, and goddamn well she didn't pay for the shit or whatever. And this shorty was drunk as fuck. So yeah, it's like she drove her car all the way to Wendy's or whatever. Made a big ass fuss. You know what I'm saying? Up there just making up substance or something like that. He talking major shit to the cops and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy as hell, gang. You used to just seeing it for real though. She had big ass bifocals on her fucking face or whatever when I. You know what I'm saying? And they had to rest her ass down on the ground or whatever. She out there talking major shit. And she kept on talking shit. Even when she got arrested, she was talking shit. A lot of shit. For real though. She said 3 people went up in her car and shit. And I'm looking what the fuck? How the fuck 3 people gonna go in her car and then just steal the goddamn receipt? Cause that shit didn't make no goddamn sense, bro. I'm telling you, gang. That shit didn't make no sense. I'm telling you. I'm like, shit. I'm like, that shit crazy. Brother. So, they up there arrested her and all that shit for DUI and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That she's still talking major shit or whatever when I. For real though. I mean I'm glad she complied when they asked end up at the station or whatever when I, because hell, she didn't end up like that dude that one of them pulled out and threw his ass on the ground. For real though, that was crazy as hell when I seen that shit. I'm like, oh my goodness. That's some stupid shit. For real though. Anyway, so yeah, that shit was crazy as hell. I'm wondering oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I mean that shit was something else. Bro, because oh my goodness, it was crazy as hell. Dude, one of the employees that was talking to was saying he knew that she was drunk, but he didn't want to get into her business like that. For real though. I mean, I said, and I'm damn. I'm yeah, I'm shit. I can understand, but goddamn. Shit, I mean, because people didn't get hurt or nothing like that. For real though. And plus, he parked the, motherfucking car right in the driveway and shit like that. For real though. So I can understand that dude didn't want to, like, get in the midst of that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real though. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit the bell on notifications so you see my next upload and my next post. And to make sure I make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like it. So long, farewell, goodbye.